Welcome, welcome. Happy to see you. Happy to take this practice I'm calling refresh. And the visual cue I get for refresh is, when your screen is stuck or it's not loading or you need new information, you hit the little refresh button on the tab and it reloads. So I use visuals like that a lot. Another visual I use is at the end of the day, you know how you can swipe your the pages you've had open on your phone, you can swipe them up and make them disappear if you have an iPhone. And I use that visual a lot as well. So interesting that technology informs how I relate to the practice of yoga, because I think a lot of people would steer clear of anything like that. So I'm going to invite you to hit refresh right now and just drop in, clear the slate, let yourself arrive. And we've been using a particular breath. It's the biomechanics of breath that do incorporate some Apanavayu, Samanavayu, and Pranavayu. I'm going to just guide you through that quickly. And we'll start with the hands in a prayer pose that's upside down. If your diaphragm is at rest, it's right where the base of your hands, the wrists are. So just imagine and feel yourself in there. And when you hit that refresh button, you'll pull the breath in and the diaphragm down. So you can use your hands to move down and then guide the diaphragm. It relaxes. It's a muscle. It'll relax. And you can just start to find your own rhythm here where you're tuning into that downward current. And the exhale just softens the diaphragm back upward. Another thing that helps is to direct your eyes downward towards your cheekbones as you breathe in. If this downward current of energy and muscular effect of the diaphragm is intact at the first phase of your inhale, we can always stay grounded and more ready to hit that refresh button because we'll be more in tune with when we need it. Now the breath moves in really like fractions or split seconds. And so the next phase of the breath, as it moves gently downward, is also a widening through the ribs. So you can try that phase of breath as well. So remember the down and then the wide, and they're going to happen. So one way you can do that is maybe you use the two mudras together. And you might change hands. Hey, buddy. Now the last phase of the breath. So we have the down and the wide. And so the way I've been doing that is you make a movement that's both down and wide, and then you'll finish the breath by rising up. Now the exhalation we haven't worked much on, and that's where you'll pull yourself in and let everything move back down with exhale to where you started. And then there's that inhale that moves down wide and up. And when the hands come together, that could be a pause between inhale and exhale where you really tone the lower belly. And, we've only got 20 minutes, but I could spend the next 20 just breathing. It's the quickest reset, refresh that I have. So now that we've found that, let's take it to mountain pose. Bobbin's very happy you're here. So when you find your feet, so no oming today, that was your centering practice. And You know, you can use the mudra or not. And that's a tantric practice. If you need more tools, you add the tools. And so if the mudra helps you, because we often do this mudra when we breathe. Now you coordinate actions to breath. And even when the pace picks up, you know, you can keep those awarenesses of down, wide, and up, and then wide, down, and in. So we'll take Tadasana and just pause, feel your feet. Now, without the mudra, can you feel the breath here and let it be a refreshing entry into the practice? And when you're ready, when you find that flow, when you find your rhythm and you're aware of down, out, and up, let the arm movement follow that. And when you're aware of navel and then exhale, bring that into a forward fold. Side bodies long, lengthen. And even as you lengthen side bodies, there's that down and wide. And then fold in. Exhale. Please step right foot back. And step left foot to plank. As you bend your knees deeply, reach down from the shoulder blades through your hands as you reach the hips to the sky. And so we'll take general form and shape of downward dog. And then find that breath. So refresh could be an open to grace practice. Foundation, general form, and breath. Now, as you lengthen from dog to plank, the energy needs to move down more into the hips, from the hips to the legs. So use that diaphragmatic breath to pull you down into the lower body. Plank. And use your exhale to lower. As you point your toes, turn your gaze down into the belly and start the diaphragm, pull it down, go wide. And then the last phase of Cobra is the lifting up. And the exhale will bring you up. And a new fresh inhale, downward dog. Typically, we could take an exhalation from dog to forward fold. So just use it to empty out. Really step yourself forward, empty out the breath. And then really enjoy. So this moment of hitting refresh, I love that moment actually when I'm on a computer. I'm like, oh, yay. So that's the inhale. And you're going to lift up into a bright new, refreshed, more informed version of you. And when you're ready, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Dive in, Uttanasana. Lengthen side bodies long as you push through your feet. Plant your hands, plank. Take that long downward current inhale to push up and back, and then really finish by being aware of how arms overhead will naturally pull the breath up into the chest. So we want to be there, and we want the down and the wide. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Make sure that you've got the diaphragm pulling down, the energy moving down as you lift up. Cobra. Isn't that a glorious feeling? And then up and back, downward dog. I'm going to stick with this breath awareness and just guide us into the rest of our practice. So enjoy. Inhale the right leg forward. Exhale, step it through. Lunge. Nice. Turning left heel to the floor. Walk the hands diagonal, and you can really use this lunging leg line, downward dog, upper body to connect with that breath flow. Inhale back to center, lunge. Straighten your front right leg, push through your heel, and it feels good. You can lift your toes. If you need more help, you'll put blocks under your hands. Pushing into the square of your front knee, lunge. Exhale, left foot to meet right, Uttanasana. Wait for the breath. Really use the biomechanics to ground you even as you rise. Lift up. And then right back in the center. This could be the refresh moment where you go, okay, here we go. New breath, new me. Lift up. Dive in. Plant your hands, plank. Wait for the breath and your wisdom to unite and take it to dog. Glorify and really drop into whatever part of the breath you feel really is helping you. Maybe it's the down, maybe it's the wide, perhaps it's the up phase, and maybe it's just the union of all three coming together. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. As you turn right heel, notice where you are in the breath phase, and you can choose to drop in at any time and participate. So that's a moment to refresh your awareness of the wisdom that's flowing, and then you can start to dance with it. One more breath cycle. Nice. Inhale, coming to square. Straighten your front left leg. This time we're going to downward dog. So instead of forward fold, left foot back. Good. And please come to plank. Exhale into your belly. We're going to take the right leg like a frog leg or a prone tree pose. Help yourself up to Sphinx pose arms. And then really bow in and push down through all the parts that touch the earth. So there's a lot of you. The legs, the elbows, the palms. And find that breath that moves you down and in. And then as you start to go wide, you can gently press the elbows wide apart so you can expand through the solar plexus. Make sure you lengthen your tailbone as you bring the breath up. Very good. And lower down and extend your right arm out in front on fingertips. Crawl the left arm under the right so you're in a twist. There you go. Now here's the big move. You ready? I'm going to take this into a supine, which means on your back, twist. So shift your hips around, keep the right knee over to the left, and open the heart. Arms wide. Now dive in and notice how the shape informs the breath, and the breath wants to be affected. So you have to come in now. You're the wise yogi on the mat. And move into the breath. Good. I'm going to take that right foot, move it over to the right, and place both feet on the mat, picking up your hips, set them down. Holding the back of your right hamstring, stretch the right leg up, hamstring opening. Now, let the elbows go wide here as you push the thigh bone into your palms. Elbows go wide, and that's going to help you not just with the downward current, but that wide current. And then you feel your shoulder blades coming onto your back, so you're aware of what's happening as the last phase of inhale rises. On your exhale, tone your core and curl up. Right hand, right baby toe side. Half happy baby, right leg. Yep. And we'll take cactus arms with left. Pressing your right foot up into your hand. Make sure the hips feel really square. So use your breath now to feel lower back and pelvis. Good. Releasing right foot, cross the right leg over, Garudasana legs, eagle pose legs, wrapping both arms to cactus, deep breath. Yeah. On exhale, twist to your left. Garudasana twist, yep. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Press the breath into the shape, and we'll take reset. Come in, unwind the legs, extend left leg down and right leg up. Supta Pada Krishnasana in full form. Deep breath here. Exhaling cactus arms, bending right knee. Full long breath cycle. And now with your next exhalation, twist right leg back over to the left, right where we started. Use the next exhale to come to your belly, prone frog pose with Sphinx pose arms. Bow in. Pushing more through the shoelace side of left foot, extend right leg to meet left, full Sphinx. And exhale, lower. Up, inhaling, Anahatasana, exhale. Inhale, all fours. Exhale to your belly. Left-sided half tree or frog, Sphinx pose. Enjoy. There's lots of shifting around because your hips are your hips. Make this pose work for you. If it means the back foot lifts up off the floor while you push into the knee, that might be a good version. Deep breath in. As you lower down, extend left arm out to the top of the mat. Thread the right arm under the left, a little twist. Deep breath in. Unwind the twist so your left leg is twisted across the body and over to the right. Deep breath in, supine twist. Shift the hips, the heart, everything around so that it feels nice. Beautiful. We'll bring that left foot down to the mat. Use both feet, bending both knees, pick up your hips. Set them down. Holding left hamstring, extend left leg up. We'll keep the right knee bent, foot on the floor. Broadening the elbows, tone the shoulder blades, deepen that connection to resource of breath. And as you're ready, exhalation tones the belly and curls up, holding baby toe half happy baby. Press into the shape of the breath. This is a great shape, especially if you let the right knee go wide. And we'll come out of happy baby, crossing the legs, Garudasana. And full exhale, twisting to the right, Garudasana twist. Great shape to feel the wide, the Samanavayu breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Unwind, Supta Padangusthasana. I like the arm variation, Kathy. That was good. And as you unwind the arms to cactus, bend your left knee. Follow the exhale into a twist. Right leg to the left. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. Inhale, roll to prone froggy. Make it feel good. And then drop in. Diaphragmatic breath, wide ribs. The last phase is you really open the heart and feel your energy elevate. Anchor through both arms and your whole right leg, especially the shoelace side. Lengthen the tailbone to stretch left foot to meet right. And one more time, really enjoy a Sphinx pose. Look down, connect, go wide, lengthen the tailbone as you come up through the gaze. Enjoy the exhalation, let it help you down. Plant your hands. Lift up all fours. This time we'll go to downward dog. Inhale to your knees. Have a seat. Support your seat with a blanket. It's really short practices go all too quickly, don't they? But I'll tell you what, I did the practice earlier, and when I went up to get, made up for my day, I was like, I feel so much better. So just really drop in and go, I think I did, hit refresh. Feel that, let it land. And now you can hit save and let your body and your mind settle for a moment. And notice you've opened up the natural pathway to really healthy breathing and conscious living. Draw your hands to your heart. And we will close with an Om. Full breath in. Exhale. Deep, loving breath. Ooh. Namaste. Thank you. Really nice to, I think, set the tone for either starting or ending a beautiful day.